Hi everyone. So as promised, I'm back with my second video continuing the statistical study and a good statistical study leading to how to frame a good questionnaire. Now again, we have discussed this many a times in our class, but I'm revising and recalling the session so that you can complete your project well. So my first year students as well as my final year students both are stuck in this situation right now, because the first year is also given a project which is requiring framing a questionnaire, as well as the final year students who are preparing their dissertations for their online survey. So the first step that you need to keep in mind while framing a questionnaire is that a questionnaire is supposed to be brief. So which means it is supposed to be including limited number of questions, as far as possible keep it minimum. Now, the first criteria when you prepare a questionnaire is that the language of the questionnaire should be simple. It should be easy to understand. It should not be very complicated that the people are unable to understand what the demand of the questionnaire is. Now, following this, the second instruction I would say is actually that in your questionnaire you should be giving the proper instructions that how do you have to fill the questionnaire, which means that you will be giving some marks, that which question is a mandatory question, which question is a voluntary answer type question, which type of questions are objective or maybe one word or maybe alternative type of answers, but which of them requires a multiple choice or a multiple answer type of question. So these are some of the instructions that you need to follow. Then which I've already mentioned, that your questionnaire should not be very lengthy one. If you will be asking so many questions in one questionnaire, nobody will like to fill it. Why? Because believe me that in today's era where everybody is so busy and occupied in their own work, they don't want to give time to complete this questionnaire. Now ask me myself, when I am busy conducting my online classes as well as many other sessions, now if I'm receiving a questionnaire which includes 30 or 40 questions, why will I fill? I don't have time to fill that questionnaire. So if your questionnaire includes only 5 questions, maybe relevant questions, or maybe 10 or 20 maximum, then I'll probably fill that questionnaire. Now again, from this point only, I have already mentioned the term relevance. Now what is relevance? Relevance here means that your questionnaire should be relevant to your objectives. So in my previous class, in my previous session, I've already explained that what is the objective of a study. Now when you have to conclude or when you have to conduct an online or an offline survey, now there is an objective behind which you are conducting. So when you're conducting this survey, because of fulfilling that objective, you are actually framing a questionnaire. So this relevance part here is supposed to be focused. Why? Because you need to focus that what is your primary objective and your secondary objective from this questionnaire, that when people will be responding as respondents to this questionnaire, what would be the end result. Now coming to the next the feature, I would say that a questionnaire need to be attractive as well. Now if you're framing a questionnaire which is absurd, which is not giving a clear picture that what is the primary requirement, and probably it is not very well prepared or well designed, then it will be again creating certain problems that people will not like to fill that questionnaire. Now today, giving my example, today only I've received one questionnaire which was from a university itself, that I will give the benefit of doubt to the student, because that student was a bachelor student and was preparing his or her, I don't know who was the person concerned, but he was conducting his survey on social media. Now when I checked, when I was filling the results, I mean when I was filling the answers or the responses of the questions which were asked, I saw so many grammatical errors as well as the sequential errors in preparing that questionnaire. Now again, it was not mentioning, or there were not multiple choice available to tick the answer, where the question's demand was that the responses can be multiple. Now this is one of the problem that we face. So it is very important that the facilitators or the researchers or the faculty or the seniors should guide them that how to prepare a good questionnaire. So that was one of the major I would say motivation to me to actually prepare this particular video. So again, after that attractive point, I would come to the another point which I've already mentioned, that a questionnaire should also include a good sequence. Now there should be a sequence. Now what is sequence? What comes first should be placed first, and what comes next should be placed next. Now if I ask you what is your name, and then I'm asking you what is your age, so it's fine because I'm taking your primary details first and then I'm coming to your secondary details. Now next question may be that whether you're married or not married, so it's fine. And the next question can be that whether you have children or you don't have children. Now if the sequence is this, then it's fine, but if I reverse the order, then how it will be? Now if I ask you what is your name, then I ask you how many children do you have, and then I ask you that whether you are married or not married. So it is a typical type of a sequence that probably in today's world we do not expect. So yes, of course there can be changes that maybe tomorrow when people would be adopting child, so in that case the sequence will not matter, because there would be many people who would not be getting married, but yes, they would be having children who are adopted. So coming to the next point is that in your questionnaire there should not be any personal questions. Now when we are saying personal questions, it means that you are asking something related to their personal life. So definitely it should be avoided. It is avoided. Why? Because then in that case the respondents will not like to give answers to such questions. Now for example, whether you are if they are married, whether you are separated or not separated, if they write yes if they are separated or any other reason, you can't ask them why the separation was made. So another thing which we should be taking care of is that we should also avoid controversial questions. Now controversial question means that such questions which will include a controversy, an argument, a challenge of opinions, a challenge of various viewpoints. So such type of questions should be avoided. For example, when we have questions related to political facts, and when we have questions related to ideologies, probably I believe that, and the past literature says that we should avoid such type of questions. And another point which we should be taking care, though we are actually studying statistics, but we should also take care that we do not include, and we should not include such type of questions which require a lot of effort. For example, you're giving such questions in which the respondents need to calculate, maybe mathematically, manually, or using the softwares. Why? Not everybody is an expert. So this should also be taken care of. And the last one, I think there are many other reasons or many other good points which should be included preparing a questionnaire, but I'll sum up with the last point, that whenever you prepare a questionnaire and you're sending that questionnaire to various respondents, so there should be a request to return. Now people are responding to you, so at least a thank or an acknowledgement should be given to them. So thank you for watching me. If you have actually gained something from this video, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.